Morning, everybody. Chris Wood here. November 14th, 2022. Thank you for tuning in, and anybody that does. Congratulations to Ontario Provincial Police, Spencer Mills, 14716. You are guilty of attempted murder to staff sergeants 2021 and 2019. You are guilty of rape, and you are guilty of attempted murder. Ex-O.P.P chief or commander, you are guilty. In 2019, you are guilty of attempted murder. Shannon Cork, Robert Kane, Robert Lucas, Stacy, mental health worker, and Shelley Hafner. Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police, they are all guilty of attempted murder. They are guilty of injuring, torturing, kidnapping, sex assaults, brain damaging, body mutilations, medical blacklisting through their crime cover-up, co-committing criminal negligent doctors here, lies, time buying, cover-ups, arrest refusals, except for on me to deflect the crimes against me. I am the victim of identity theft from a gay obsessed cop, Spencer Mills 14716, his boyfriend, Blair Hardy, who is a drug trafficker, a human trafficker, and the one that places the drugs around Napanee to commit homicides to make it look like it's just another drug addict getting bad drugs and died from them. Blair Hardy, Billy Wooldridge, Tyler Lake, Jay Vanalstine are all guilty of attempted murder in the first degree, premeditated with the intent to commit. Luckily, they work for Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police. They are co-offenders. They are drug-fed, money-paid little pieces of shit garbage. You speak police crimes, you will end up sex assaulted, medically blacklisted, deformed, brain injured, lobotomized, lied about, stalked, possibly have your parents murdered for O.P.P revenge for Spencer Mills and Stacy's revenge through Billy Wooldridge and Blair Hardy. You will have a justice of the peace if you try to get arrest done. You'll have a justice of the peace to make accusations against you stating you're hallucinating, being sodomized and ripped open. You'll have doctors that will laugh in your face. You'll have doctors that will call you a retard. You will have doctors that will discriminate against you. You will have doctors that will prevent or refuse medical help because of lies, because of criminal committing negligent intent. I am the victim of revenge retaliation for speaking of police crimes. I am now 100% O.P.P surveillance. They see what I see, they hear what I see, or what I hear illegally. I have been seriously right brain lobotomized. I have not been able to get medical help or attention or proof for 3 years because of their lies against me and being stopped every step of the way. O.P.P putting prisoner tracking on their victims, to traffic, to frame, false arresting their victims, obstructing, refusing to give badge numbers for lawsuits against police, obstruction in every sense. Spencer Mills was stalking me yesterday, as a matter of fact, on John Street, and as soon as I pulled out my phone to get his number or the car, he fucked off real quick. But he was stalking me yesterday on John Street. So, one way or another, Jay Vanalstine, one way or another, Blair Hardy, one way or another, Billy Wooldridge of 149 Center Street North, one way or another, Blair Hardy, Ray, Tyler Lake, and Jay Vanalstine, you will get arrested. You will be charged for attempted murder, and you will be charged for my identity theft. You will be charged for murdering my mother, Billy Wooldridge, Blair Hardy, And if need be, because of this going on against me, I am more than willing, O.P.P, to go to Desrano and have my father exhumed, I'm willing to have my dead father's body exhumed to prove this, you pieces of shit garbage. I am done being a little puppet for criminal organized police. I am done being injured. I'm done being tortured. I'm done being not being able to get medical help. I have to sit back and take what is going on with me, having my skull deformed out of my fucking head, having my lungs completely destroyed, having my kidneys and my bodies mutilated, and not being able to get anything help about it, having my skulls completely and totally split with proof and called a liar while I was falsely charged by the police and the doctors here to deflect the crimes against me for wanting them charged for 3 damn years. So to prevent anything on them, they had me falsely charged. O.P.P, you are guilty of murders, human trafficking, human sex trade slavery trafficking. You're guilty of financial thefts and frauds, identity thefts and frauds, insurance policies, false arrest to criminalize your victims to justify your crimes against your victims, using remote neuromonitoring on your victims to fry their fucking brains, to cause memory losses, to get out of criminal civil lawsuits. Isn't that right, O.P.P? Isn't that right, Spencer Mills? This is why you are so successful, and this is why you are getting away with the crimes that you commit, because you have Napanee, you have the other cops around here, Spencer Mills, you have the doctors here, and you have a justice of the peace to make accusations for your victims against your victims to prevent anything. Billy Wooldridge is a psychotic piece of shit. He was told by Spencer Mills and Stacy that he and I were switched at birth. He is a gay, obsessed piece of shit. He is a serial killer. He is a heroin addict. He is highly psychotic, highly delusional. He believes that he is Harry Potter. He thinks that he is me. He thinks that we were switched at birth. Jay Vanalstine is also another blowjob queen who gives O.P.P little suck jobs for crack cocaine and for freedom of crimes. You little fucking puppet piece of shit garbage. How old are you, Jason Vanalstine? You're what, 40 years old? You're an identity thief. You're a serious fucking crackhead. You are a low-life garbage that blows cops, and you're getting away with fucking murder. But you're not going to get away with it, Jason Vanalstine, because one way or another, I will get you arrested, you fucking piece of shit. You human trafficking, low-life fucking garbage. This is the whole point to turn me into somebody that's stupid like you. Somebody that has the IQ of a fucking piece of shit. Because that's what you got. That's what you are. Tyler Lake, Jason Vanalstine, Ray Ray. You're also serious animal abusers as well. You not only murder people, but you murder animals. And it can all be fucking proven. You're lucky you're untouchable. You're lucky O.P.P will surround with hands on guns to prevent it. You're lucky they will kidnap. You're lucky they will false arrest for you to prevent anything. I am the end of my bloodline, and Spencer Mills, you are nothing but a serial killing piece of shit garbage cop. You are a stalker. You're using your badge, your positions, and your little fucking drugs to feed these bastards who work with and for you, committing your crimes with and for you, and I will not be proven wrong. They are untouchable. They are unarrestable no matter what crimes they do. Me and my mother are proof that Lennox and Addington O.P.P, the doctors here, Jabin Allstein, Tyler Lake, Billy Wooldridge, Blair Hardy, you can all get away with murders, you can get away with identity thefts, you can get away with mentally fucking your victims up, to lock them up. You can lie, you can buy time, and you have to prove nothing because of your fucking badges. How many other men have you fucked? How many other men have you raped? How many other have you sold for homicide, O.P.P? I was sold for murder through the police, and I will not be proven wrong. And one way or another, I'm going to bring murder and attempted murder charges against you. You're guilty of fucking murdering my bloodline, you pieces of shit, so I could be O.P.P fucking surveillance, so I could be surveillance for you. I did have 120 or 150 IQ, and now I'm being turned into somebody that's dumber than a fucking bag of rocks because it's by a bunch of O.P.P junkie meth fed fucking crackheads. Right, Vanalstine? Right, Tyler Lake, you piece of shit? You're filth fucking garbage. You are a 31-year-old little meth fed fucking piece of shit garbage. Ray, you are a child groomer. You're pedophiles, you're sex offenders. Sam is a fucking a female sex offender. Michelle is a sex offender. Allie Cooper is a sex offender. Bucktooth Bob Robert Berry is a sex offender and a drug trafficker. They're all drug traffickers for O.P.P, Spencer Mills, and Kane. Maggie Falls, Bert Hustler as well. She's an undercover and also a pill pusher. The ones that sell the fentanyl, the crack, the heroin, the opium, and all the other drugs around Napanee is through Spencer Mills and Robert Kane, from Blair Hardy, from Tyler Lake, from Jay Vanalstine, and from Ray and the rest name. You're lucky no hospital around here will do anything for me because of the bullshit lies cast against me while having to prove nothing. No. It took 3 years, but you finally got my fucking identity theft, you garbage, and you're also guilty of murdering my mother. So, O.P.P, you are nothing but fucking terrorists. You are assassins. You murder elderly for fucking revenge. You have sex with children. You pervert pieces of shit. I didn't come on here anyway to curse and swear. That's not what I'm about. And I'm not about calling people names, even though I have been. I'm being turned into an idiot, being constantly numbed down to be. I have no feeling or stimulation in my head anymore whatsoever. And that's supposed to be normal. I've spent the weekend, my face and my skull have been swelling up on me. I haven't been able to do a damn thing about it. While being completely fucking right brain lobotomized is exactly what is happening. How Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police, how you frame, how you murder, and how you traffic. And you're doing it through Billy Wooldridge, Tyler Lake, Jay Vanalstine, Ray, and the rest of your drug-fed little garbage. If anything happens to me, I went down and I filed private prosecution this morning against Jay Vanalstine, against Ray, against Blair Hardy, and Billy Wooldridge. Let's see what happens. I'm also in the process of looking for somebody to file corruption charges against the justice of the peace here in Napanee. I'm looking, she needs to be investigated and possibly charged for corruption, helping O.P.P cover up sodomy, not willing to see any proof, making accusations that I was high on marijuana and hallucinating, having my ass ripped open to blood. I don't think so. You only refused that arrest because it was O.P.P cops and because it's Billy Wooldridge, your fucking Hells Angels boss. O.P.P is associated to Hells Angels and they are associated to the Banditos Motorcycle Club as well. Spencer Mills, Staff Sergeant, they are all Hells Angels, and Bandito cops. You're guilty of lies, cover-ups, time buying, arrest refusals, like I said, except for on me, to deflect your crimes in an attempt to give me a criminal record that I never had before, so you could justify the crimes against me. And yes, I am sitting here talking at them for the simple reason is they see what I see through my damn eyes because of the remote neural monitoring on me, which I have proven. And it is police and military tech that's been in use since the 1960s, and not a lot of people are aware of this. It is a nano microchip implant. I can prove it. I have proven it. And it is being used criminally through the police to injure brains, to injure bodies, because it is designed for destruction of a person's central nervous system, to completely screw their body, because a central nervous system can cause a lot of damage within a person. Once that is screwed, it can cause brain problems and a lot of other problems. But it also enables them to see what I see and hear what I see, or hear what I hear. Basically, I get broadcasted over through and through from this shit, almost like a hologram. And this is how I am going through my identity theft. This is how I am being deformed. Even right now doing this, I'm getting nothing but air going through my head, and I have that spot on the back of my head that I've had there for 3 years that has not healed since I was shot back in 2019 by the ex-chief or commander or whoever he is. And then after I was shot, that's when all the lies and bullshit against me started. The stalking before that, Billy Wooldridge and Blair Hardy stalking my mother, Billy Wooldridge calling my mother mom because he was told that we were switched at birth. He was also told that he's my dad, and he also thinks he is Harry Potter. Like, the guy has no common sense at all. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up. I just want to say that this is done, and one way or another, I'm gonna get the medical help. I'm completely right brain fucked. You did your job after 3 years, having me medically blacklisted. The lies, the time buying, the cover ups. You did it, O.P.P. You stalking fucks. You are terrorists. You are domestic terrorists, and you are guilty of multiple murders, along with the hospital here, possibly covering up for you. I would like to know how much I was sold. Why? I would like to know how much money you made off of me, Spencer Mills, and how much you bought me for, Blair Hardy, Billy Wooldridge, or was I just a treat given for your revenge, Spencer Mills, for speaking of your crimes, the human homeless trafficking and the homeless exploitation for monetary gains out of the Morning Star mission, along with other crimes? The police, you think you know, and the threats and dangers that they are to you and to society. Lennox and Addington County General Hospital Dr. Tatiana V., you are guilty of aiding in my identity theft. You are guilty of attempted murder. Dr. Joy Hadley, Dr. Barton, Dr. Pritchard, Dr. McGregor, Dr. Waldron, you are guilty of aiding in my identity theft, my injuring, my torture, and my attempted murder. Triage nurse Terry, David, and Tanya, they are also involved. They are guilty of aiding inmates in O.P.P, Hells Angels, in human trafficking and homicides and cover-ups. Paladin Security is involved as well. completely change my fucking identity because you're a gay piece of shit, Spencer Mills, along with your gay obsessed boyfriend, Blair Hardy, your gay obsessed other love bunny is Blair Hardy, Tyler Lake, Jay Vanalstine, and Billy Wooldridge. And every single one of these pieces of shit lowlife need to be arrested one way or another. You think because you're crack-fed, money-paid O.P.P little bastards, you're untouchable. Let this be a lesson. This is how the police traffic. This is how they frame, and this is how they murder. And they are also turning victims into illegal surveillance, so they could so they can watch me piss, so they can watch me shit, so they can sit around and play with their little dingleberries as they're fucking looking at my eyes as I'm pissing and shitting and showering and doing everything and anything else, along with Blair Hardy, Tyler Lake, Jabin Allstein, and the rest of you bastards. Your lucky O.P.P will surround with hands on guns to prevent anything legal against you. Anyway, Chris Wood, love all, hate none. Be safe, watch yourselves, watch your children and your parents. Throw a comment down below. Hit the like, share, subscribe, especially share because this is very serious and important. It helps get it out, and this is a matter of life and death. You are lucky I cannot go to a hospital, but one way or another, Blair Hardy, Billy Wooldridge, O.P.P little bastards, Tyler Lake, and Jay Vanalstine, you are going to be arrested one way or another. And you're going to pay for the attempted murder and murder of my mother and the attempted murder of me. You think because you work for the O.P.P that you are untouchable? They obviously do. This is why they go against the poor, the homeless, the elderly, disabled, because there's no way to fight them monetarily. And they know that once they cast their lies against their victims using their badges, positions, credentials, false guise of law, kidnapping, stalking, sex assaults, false arrest to get blood and piss, also signatures, prints, and photos for forgeries, framings, and frauds against victims. Isn't that right, Spencer Mills? Chris Wood, love all, hate none. One way or another, you bastards involved will face arrest, and I will see you in prison. You chose the right town to commit your crimes in Napanee, knowing